All right, we know if we're talking about rotations, we're going to be turning a figure a certain way. The first rule is 90 degrees clockwise. So 90 clockwise, I'm going to change the sign of the X and then swap the order. Change the sign of the X and swap the order. Now on 90 degrees clockwise, we need to make sure we understand this. It's the same as 270 counterclockwise. Which direction is clockwise?
Right.
To the right. So I'm going 90 degrees to the right or 270 to the left. How many quadrants does 90 degrees move? One quadrant. How many quadrants does 270 degrees move? Three. So you're either moving one or three, depending on which one you're talking about. All right, so the rule says for 90 clockwise, I'm going to change the sign of what? Change the sign of the X and then swap the order. So this becomes a positive 7, and then I swap the order and get 3, 7. Do those next two. Shouldn't take you but a second. All right, what would B prime be on the 4, -1. Remember, I'm going to change the X and then swap the order. 1, -3. Any questions or problems doing 90 clockwise or 270 counterclockwise? All right, if I'm looking at a figure here and I want to redraw it, what do I need to do first? Find the new points. Well, we've already done the new points. We said this one was 3, 7. And this one was 4, -1. And this one was 1, -3. All right. Where should this one wind up based on 90 degrees clockwise? This part right here should come down to the 4th. And this part right here should come to the 1st. That's what should happen. All right. So 3, 7 is up here.
7, -3.
What?
Oh, never mind. You got it.
4, -1 would be down here. And then 1, -3 would be down here. There's my new figure. All right. Next one. 90 counterclockwise. Counterclockwise again is which way? Counter is to the left. So counterclockwise 90 is the same as clockwise 270. So either 1 to the left or 3 to the right. Rule says change the sign of the Y and swap the order. All right, so 90 counterclockwise, what does the rule say? Change the Y, swap the order. So this is going to be a positive 2, and then I swap the order, it becomes 2, -3. What would F prime be right here? -5, -6, and then G would be -2, 0. Any questions on that? So if I'm looking at this figure, we said this one was going to be 2, -3, -5, -6, and 2, 0. -2, 0, excuse me. So where should this one wind up if I rotate 90 counterclockwise? This part should be where?
Part should be.
Should go this way.
Then the other one.
And then all of this
Third.
should be down in the 3rd. That's what should happen. So 2, -3 is here. -5, -6 is here. And then -2, 0 is there. Which is what we said. Last one, rotate 180. How much is 180 going to be? How many quadrants?
2.
I'm going to move 2 quadrants no matter which direction. Notice, does it say clockwise or counterclockwise? Why not? Because it doesn't matter. If I go clockwise or counterclockwise, I'm going to wind up in the same position when I get done. What do I do on rotating 180?
Change both the signs.
Change the signs, that's it. So if I'm looking at these right here, what am I just going to do on all of them?
8, 2, 8, 9.
Change signs.
2, 9.
All you got to do is change signs. So you do that. Whatever they are, change them to the other. Now, what quadrant are all 4 of these in?
The third.
Third quadrant. Both of them are negative, that's third quadrant. Which means, where should it wind up then?
First.
Should wind up in the first. Well, what happens in the first?
All positive.
Everything's positive. Is that what we have?
Yep.
So we know we're going to be all right. All right, so if I'm looking at this, I know this is in quadrant 3 and it's going to wind up in quadrant 1. And we said there's 8, 2, 8, 9, 2, 2, and 2, 9. So we knew that's where it was going to be wind up, and that's where it did. Here's what I want you to do. Take the graph paper, rotate this 90 and 180 and redraw it. All right, if I want to rotate 90 degrees, what does the rule say?
Change it, swap.
So I'm going to do that right there for the rule. So that A prime is now going to be 1, 4. B prime is going to be 4, 3. And C prime is going to be 0, 1. And again, where did we say this should wind up? First quadrant. That means everything's going to be positive. So 1, 4 will be there. 4, 3. And then 0, 1. All right, so when I do the 180, my rule for 180 says I'm going to change signs. I'm just going to call it A double prime there is going to be 4, negative 1. B double prime is going to be 3, negative 4. And C double prime is going to be, what is that? 1, 0. Did I do something wrong?
No.
All right, 4, negative 1 would be there. 3, negative 4. And then 1, 0. Any questions on those? All right, give me that one. Rotating 180. What would my new points be? A prime is
3, 2.
B prime,
1, negative 2.
C prime,
Negative 2, negative 1.
and D prime.
Negative 1, 1.
So when I take those and put them on there, what should happen is everything should rotate on itself and it be on top of each other. Well, A prime is 3, 2, so that's up here. B prime is 1, negative 2. C prime is negative 2, negative 1. D prime is there. Basically, they're swapping quadrants. A and C swap positions, B and D swap positions because of the 180. All right, do this one 270 counterclockwise and 270 clockwise. Counterclockwise is which direction again?
90 degrees clockwise.
But which direction?
Left.
It's left, but I'm going to use the rule for 90 degrees clockwise. And then 270 clockwise is the same
90
as
degrees counter.
90 counterclockwise. So make sure you use the right rule. How many quadrants am I going to move it? If it's 270, it's going to be 3. 3 to the left and then 3 to the right. All right, so get those two. All right, the rule for 270 counterclockwise is the same as 90 clockwise, which says, say again?
Change X and swap.
Change X and swap. So I should be doing this right here. So I'm going to take the A and get negative 2, negative 2. B is going to become negative 5, negative 4. C prime is negative 6, negative 2. And D prime is going to be negative 4, negative 1. Where should this one wind up? Third quadrant, because if I'm in the fourth and I go 3 to the left, that'd be 1, 2, and then 3. So negative 2, negative 2, negative 5, negative 4, negative 6, negative 2, negative 4, negative 1. Should have that. Yes.
I thought when you do that, this the pre-image, right?
This is the pre-image.
Okay.
That one.
Okay, so you got 2 negatives. I thought when you swap, you'll be.
Look what the rule says. You change the sign of the X and swap the order. So I change this to a negative 2, and then I swap the order. So it's negative 2, negative 2. That becomes a negative 2, and then I swap it. Alright, the rule for 270 clockwise is the same as 90 counterclockwise, which says what? Change the Y and swap. So my A double prime here is going to be 2, 2. B double prime is going to be 5, 4. C double prime is going to be 6, 2. And D double prime is going to be 4, 1. Where should this one wind up? First quadrant, because 270 clockwise, I'm going to go 3 spaces to the right. Well, 1, 2, 3 should wind up there. 2, 2, 5, 4, 6, 2, and then 4, 1. Are there any questions on those?
I think this problem out says. So when you do the 2 is negative 2, that's the pre-image. And you go back, and the formula say negative Y. The bottom,
Yeah.
negative Y.
You do the opposite of Y. You change the sign of the Y. So this negative 2 is now a positive 2, and then you switch the order.
Yeah, but
If I switch 2 and 2, I get 2 and 2. If I change the sign of this, I get a 5.
5, 4.
Switch the order, I get 5, 4.
6, 4.
All right, on these, what are all of the possible ways I could turn this and still get to that position? First of all, you got to figure out what? Don't have to figure out points. Which one is the image and which one is the pre-image? Well, this one to the right is my pre-image, so the other one's got the prime stuff on it. So I'm moving how many quadrants? 1 which direction? If I go 1 to the left, that's 90 degrees counterclockwise. Or, what else is it?
270 degrees clockwise.
$90 counter is the same as 270 regular. So if I'm looking at this one, this should be easy.
180.
It's automatic, it's 180. Do you put clockwise or counterclockwise?
Neither.
No, because it's the same thing. All right, on this type, when it's rotated on top of itself, what do we need to do on these?
Find the point.
Find the points. Write down some points. Now really, it should only take one set of points. If I say A is 0, 2, and A prime is 2, 0, me personally, I'm going to stay away from those on doing it because of the zeros. I would prefer something like the B. That's 2, 3. B prime is 3, negative 2. What did I do right here? I changed the X and swapped the order. What rule says change the X and swap the order? So this is what I did. And if I put 90 clockwise, I need to say or 270 counterclockwise. All right, are there any other questions about the rotation stuff?